Hello, my name is Amy Frank. I'm an artist and mental health advocate from Victoria, BC, Canada. Today I'm going to be reading a book I wrote called The Madness Journal, and I'm going to be sharing it with my good friend Saba here. This is the back of The Madness Journal. So it's a picture of me sketching at the Royal BC Museum. This is my art as therapy, and the back says, Amy Frank is an artist and mental health advocate from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Amy carried this sketchbook in her purse from November 2019 to March 2020. These illustrations depict her life. Okay. Madness Journal. What is order to the spider is chaos to the fly. And that's a quote by Charles Adams. Welcome to madness, my madness. This sketchbook is the property of Amy Frank. Ode to the ugly duckling, who really was a swan. It doesn't matter, does it, dear, if all the ducks were wrong. In the end, the ducks were right. You did not belong. Ode to the ugly duckling, to the loners and outcast. I see you swimming with the ducks, who laugh behind your back. I'm grateful you don't hear them. It is peace that they lack. The bullies are in pain like you. They don't know how to act. How others have treated them is why they attack. This war of victim versus abuser, love versus hate. We are all hurting. We are all in pain. Ode to the ugly duckling, to the ones who don't belong. We all feel different sometimes, the ducks and the swans. Art and poem by Amy Frank. There are things known, and there are things unknown. And in between are the doors of perception. Aldous Huxley. This piece is titled, Knock Knock. Fear not the monsters of the deep, for they need love like you and me. The next illustration within the illustration says doped, tummy ache, pain, and delirious. To the left, it says, voices calling me home. I am not ready yet. My tummy aches in vicious cramping. Eating hurts. Drinking hurts. No time to be in pain. Too much to do. No time, no time. I'm sorry I can't come back yet. It's not time. On the bottom it says, I had a bladder infection for 5 days before seeing a doctor. This was a terrible night. I thought I was dying. To the right it says, continued December 5th, 2019 at Life Labs, waiting for more blood work, as I am getting worse physically. Start here. At drop-in clinic for bladder infection that is now in my kidneys. Round 2 of antibiotics has commenced. I have been very sick. I thought I had a flu after first chance. Turns out my kidneys are infected. Fun times. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone. Nursery rhymes. The difference between a garden and a graveyard is only what you choose to put in the ground. By Rudy Francisco. Then the tombstone says rest in peace. Flip, backside, started day 1 of First Chance Craft Fair. Day 2 of First Chance Craft Fair. I want to draw. The present. Down the rabbit hole I go to lose myself and find the soul. Boundaries. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have this wish, I wish tonight. Anonymous. Mother 2. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Mahatma Gandhi. Fly away. It makes sense that it should happen this way, that the sky should break and the earth should shake, as if to say sure it all matters, but in such an unimportant way, as if to say, hey, fly away, sweet bird of prey, fly, fly away, nothing can stand in your way. Sweet bird, If you knew the words, I know you'd say, Fly, Fly Away, by Poe, who's a musician. Take your broken heart, make it into art. Carrie Fisher. This is peace. Otter, scribble art. What strange creatures life has brought, creatures with blood and beating hearts, creatures who close their eyes at night, unleashing the world that the subconscious lights, by Amy Frank. Not all serpents should be feared, the snake itself must be revered, for it is wise beyond its years, by Amy Frank. Fairy Tale, Part 1. Fairy Tale, Part 1, original, age 17. Is it all a dream? Was it all a dream? A fairy tale in my mind? If so, may I write the ending with a hero that dies? Then may I be the hero in my own mad fairy tale, left without a lover or a fight, left sitting all alone, a princess on her throne, with the vines in her mind twisting tight. There won't be any fairies, or a kiss or shiny knight, or dragons, witches, or evils of any kind. There will simply be a girl, and the depths of her own mind, by Amy Frank. Art inspired by The Young Martyr by Paul Delaroche. Fairy Tale, Part 1, redone, age 33. And if it is all a dream, a fairy tale in my mind, may I rewrite the ending with a hero that thrives? Then may I be the hero in my own mad fairy tale, gifted with paper, a pen, and a map, a princess on her throne, no longer alone, with the roses in her mind blooming bright. There will be dragons. There will be courage and shining lights. The map points the way, especially at night. Look for the stars. Feel your pulse. The answer you seek is beneath your thoughts. By Amy Frank. Art inspired by The Soul of a Rose by John William Waterhouse. Things will be how they will be. Breathe in the opportunities. Learn to float and trust the tide. You will not drown, as you will find. The waves exist inside your mind. Worked on at several different meetups, a friendship organization, website. No peeking. Sail on. Bipolar disorder. I was told that I was sick, that there was no cure. I was told it was brain chemistry, that I was born this way. I was told that medications could help with the symptoms, but that I would be sick for the rest of my life. I call bullshit. I was not born this way. Well, not entirely. I didn't have a manic episode, ever, until I was put on antidepressants. The psychosis, however, that traces back to my young childhood memories. I am slowly piecing fractured memories together, as I do know when things changed. I do know why they changed. These are not my stories to share, however. In 2019, for the first time in my life, I developed hope. I no longer buy into the story that I was sold. No one can heal if they are told they can't. The placebo effect is a phenomenal thing. The mind can literally heal the body when given a sugar pill it thinks is real medicine. What else can the mind do? I have been physically crippled with Parkinsonism for over a month now, and believe me, I have tried to mind over matter it. It doesn't work. Brain chemistry is a real part of mental illness, but it is not the only factor. I believe trauma I experienced at developmental ages led to my system becoming off balance. I was not born bipolar. I believe circumstances triggered it. Yes, I had the right ingredients in my brain for it to occur, but it was triggered by trauma originally and medications. I can't heal my brain chemistry, but I can heal my trauma. Healing my trauma may never truly heal my brain chemistry, but I choose to live my life as if I can heal it, even if I can't. I choose faith, I choose hope, but most of all I choose action, as the healing I seek is within my grasp, but it is up to me to implement it. Sleep, Food, Movement, and Connection, The Core Four, by Amy Frank. Music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Music is the electrical soil in which the spirit lives, thinks, and invents. Ludwig van Beethoven. I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. I'm on Fire by Bruce Springsteen. Whenever the universe closes a door, somewhere it opens a window. My Maiden, originally written March 2004, age 17, edited January 2020, age 33. My Maiden. In the quarry she blossomed, a maiden, her veins woven from the ore. Her lips were painted red, dyed with the tulip's breast, skin fair, pale as the cryptic moonlight. While the petals were plucked, he loves me not, she dusted across the town, and at last the crowns of the men and of the women were laid down. Through pools of ash and dirty snow, she wandered sifting through the stones. Gleams of gold and tarnished jewels, she sought the threads that made her pure. With spirits bursting from the flame, oh quietly she softly sang. I taste thy delicate melodies, oh sweet songs of the earth. I hear the birds in the dwindling trees, singing songs of mankind and mortality. From the growth of each verse bleeds the roots of the trees. It echoes the dusk and charcoals the leaves. Oh sweet mortality, reminding me of the ages gone by and those yet to be, sifting through God's grainy flesh to love every stone. Oh sweet mortality, reminding me of the ages gone by and those yet to be, the songs of mankind sung in the perishing trees, the songs of mankind and mortality. For each man kills the thing he loves, by each let this be heard. The coward does it with a kiss, the brave man with a sword. By Oscar Wilde. Wake me up, feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. Well, that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. By VC. Started at a meetup, a friendship website organization. Completed at another meetup. 888. On sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. Jimmy Eat World. I am a fool. Yes, it's true. It was a foolish thing to do. I made a mess, as you can see. Storms are a part of my energy. I don't know what I really thought. I only know what I sought. It's hard, you know, to say goodbye, to write you from my books and mind. With gratitude, I blow a kiss. Goodbye, kind dragon. You will be missed. By Amy Frank. Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought her strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Together they would travel on a boat of billowed sails. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out her name. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff that mighty dragon, she ceased her fearless roar. Her head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without her lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff that mighty dragon sadly slipped into her cave. O Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu, by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Little boys may grow while dragons stay the same, but other children still come to play along the cherry lane. Puff that mighty dragon may have lost Jackie. Making new friends sometimes is what a dragon needs. Puff that sorrow dragon finally came out from her cave. Alone, she watched the sunrise, and she knew she'd be okay. By Amy Frank. No entry. Patience, 12:34 p.m. Scribble art. My lips are those of red, the life force in my veins. I am fed, I am thread, strung by wires beneath my flesh. By Amy Frank. My brain hums with scraps of poetry and madness. Virginia Woolf. Palindrome Day. Conversations with the cosmos. Why not? The Hourglass. Excerpt rewritten. The floor is lined with my remnants. My bones are scattered, paper pen. I try to capture every dream, every voice inside of me, every possibility. At dawn I wake, light gleams, my shackles broken, I fly free. At dusk the sorrow comes again and cries its way from my pen. But at night, when I close my eyes and on my cheeks sorrow dries, I smile though weak, and to the darkness I say, thank you for another day. By Amy Frank. Ghost of a Rose. Having friends helps. Soar. Burning bridges, back, forward. Scribble art. Tweety Bird. Urban Sketchers Meetup at the Royal BC Museum. Kate Cooley. Hello. So I'm going to pause the book for a sec and just apologize to these First Nations people from British Columbia that I have tried and I've contacted a lot of people and I've done some research and I am unable to figure out how to properly pronounce these First Nations words of the name of these people as well as the name of this house or shelter. I think it's a Kay Cooley, but I'm not 100% sure if I've pronounced that right. So my deepest apologies. I would love to learn how to properly pronounce this word, the name of the people. So if you know how to properly pronounce this word, please contact me, as I would love to be able to say it properly out of respect to the people whose land this is. So thank you very much. Please contact me. Okay. For Claire. I don't know where he came from, but the hour hand quivered. Strands of smoke crept out from his lips. If I had breathed, I could have had him. A second-hand kiss, maybe, but I held my breath. Excerpt from For Claire by Amy Frank, June 2011, age 25, and it's 12:34 p.m. on the clock. Rainy days. Catch and release. Lady in a flower. Self-loathing. Trust, community, hope, acceptance, comfort, respect, support, self-love, life or death, doubt, isolation, fear, blame, pain, neglect, discouragement, self-medicating. We have different mountains and rivers, but we share the same sun, moon, and sky. Unknown Chinese poem. Pandemic by Lin Ungar. What if we thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times? Cease from travel, cease from buying and selling. Give up, just for now, on trying to make the world different than it is. Sing, pray, touch only those to whom you commit your life. Center down, and when your body has become still, reach out with your heart. Know that we are all connected in ways that are terrifying and beautiful. You could hardly deny it now. Know that our lives are in one another's hands. Surely that has come clear. Do not reach out your hands. Reach out your heart. Reach out your words. Reach out all the tendrils of compassion that move invisibly where we cannot touch. Promise this world your love, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, so long as we all shall live. Shine. Unite. COVID-19. I wish it need not have happened in my time, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf, and so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Fellowship of the Ring. Don't follow the white rabbit, they say, for he will lead you astray. But time it is ticking, reality's spinning, and I know that he knows the way. By Amy Frank, 1:11 on the clock. But I don't want to go among mad people, Alice remarked. Oh, you can't help that, said the cat. We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad. How do you know I'm mad? Said Alice. You must be, said the cat, or you wouldn't have come here. By Lewis Carroll, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And that is the Madness Journal. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you. You say goodbye, Saba. Bye-bye.